Hi, Si here from Music Radar. Today I am joined by Polyend's latest little device. This looks like a pedal. It is a pedal, but it's also a drum machine and sequencer. Pretty cool idea, I think you'll agree. Before we go any further, there's one thing we should mention. We've literally just unboxed this. We've done some photography with it. We've turned it on, had a very quick play to ascertain what is going on before we shoot this video for you. So what you're about to hear and see are the very first thoughts on the Polyend Step. This is by no means a full-on review. We're just going to go over what this thing does and how it sounds. So let's get into it. If you're a guitarist or a keyboard player or any kind of musician that you've got your hands full and you need a drum machine, looks like this is the answer. Quite a niche product if you think about it, because I don't think I've ever thought, oh, do you know what I need? A drum machine in a pedal. But actually, having seen it here and used it a little bit, I think this would be quite useful. Basically, we've got a 4-track sample-based drum machine going on. 16-step sequencer here. These are your 4 tracks. I say sample-based, everything's on a micro SD card, as with most Polyend products. That's included, and that's rammed full of cool sounds. Step has 4 tracks. Track 1 is predominantly kick drums, 2 snares, 3 hats, and then 4 is usually kind of like percussion sounds. So it's kind of a bit basic, but actually sometimes that's all you need. You've got tons of kits on here. If we go in and press kit, you can see that there are got quite a few different types of genres at play, and each one itself has a selection. If we move over to this side, you've got 10 for each one. There's quite a lot going on. And you can select different kits per track, so you don't have to all go with the drum and bass on each one, so that's pretty cool. Building songs is quite easy as well, because it's basically just down to chaining patterns together. So each song has up to 16 patterns you can chain together, and then you then build your sequences as you would normally on any other machine with a step sequencer. So it's pretty easy to use, pretty kind of intuitive. If you've ever kind of used a step sequencer or any drum machines with this sort of style of control, you know what you're doing. So there's a beats dial here. That one can actually change the whole kit, so you don't have to worry about changing individual tracks all over and over and get lost with that. So if you wanted to change the whole thing, you've got a selection of all the genres again, and this will change all 4 tracks at once, which is quite nice. Step's got a ton of effects. There's 2 types of effects really. So within tracks you have parameters and effects that you can kind of dial in per track. We've got loads of stuff here. There's all sorts of kind of like sample parameters we can dial in. So on top of track effects, you've also got punch-in effects. So these are the kind of live effects. So if we go back out, they are basically punched in with this stomp button here. So once we start playing, there we go, activate that. You can latch it, or you can have it momentary. So if you press and hold, which is quite cool. Pattern, next pattern, it says, it does what it says. It moves on to the next pattern. The previous effect state will hold over to the next pattern. So if you've got it off, it will stay off. If you've got the previous effect on, it will stay on with the new pattern. So then you disengage and re-engage for the new effect, like thus. And then there we go, so that happens. So around the back in the I/O state, we've got a USB-C. This thing can act as an audio interface, which is pretty cool. So if you plug into your PC or Mac, whatever, USB-C, it can do that. We've got stereo ins as well as 2 mono left and right out. It's a pedal, so it needs expression. That's your expression input. As I mentioned before, we've got the micro SD slots, so we can, you know, you can upgrade and expand and all these other things that you need to do with data. MIDI in out, 3.5mm TRS, so you can hook it up to existing gear such as the Polyend Play, should you wish. And talking of which, neat little thing they've added with this is that you can add patterns you've created in Polyend Play can actually be imported into Step. So hit the comment section, let us know what you think about Polyend Step. Is this something that you kind of want? You do need this? I quite like it. I don't know about you guys. So let us know in there. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that business. And we'll see you soon for more demos. So yeah, check you later.